Get out from the bus!
The doors of bus 47 hissed open, and before Darius could even lift his foot onto the first step, the bus driver glared at him with pure annoyance. "Not you? Back off." The words hit him harder than the morning air. Darius froze. "Sir?" "What?" The driver leaned forward, eyes narrow. "I said, you're not riding today. Move." A few students stopped talking. Whispers spread. Darius felt every pair of eyes on him. "Before we go deeper into this unbelievable moment, tell me something real. Where in the world are you watching from right now? I love seeing our community tuning in from every corner of the world. Drop yours in the comments. Now back to what happened next. Double quote, sir. "I didn't even ride the bus Friday," Darius said softly. The bus driver smirked. "Don't care. Get off my bus." That's how the nightmare began. The morning sun stretched across the street as Darius walked toward bus 47. The same bus he had ridden since the semester began. The same walking pace. The same routine. The same driver, Mr. Kincaid. A middle-aged man who seemed to hate three things passionately: noise, teenagers, and being questioned. Darius climbed the first step and lifted his backpack strap. But before his second foot reached the bus floor, Kincaid snapped, "Stop right there." Darius froze mid-step. "Yes, sir." Kincaid looked him up and down with distaste, leaning out of his seat. "You're not riding this bus today." Darius blinked. "Why not?" "Don't play dumb," Kincaid hissed. "You know exactly what you did." The other students went silent. Darius shook his head. "Sir, I didn't do anything. I wasn't even on the bus Friday. My mom picked me up early." Kincaid smirked. "Convenient excuse. Too bad I don't believe you." "But it's the truth," Darius said. "You can check," Kincaid cut him off. "No more talking. Get off my bus." Darius felt heat rush to his face, embarrassment, confusion, disbelief. Students stared, whispering. A few looked sympathetic, but most just watched, frozen. "Sir." "I have a math exam," Darius pleaded. "And I have rules," Kincaid snapped. "Now get off this bus before I call the school resource officer." A lump formed in Darius's throat. He stepped backward off the bus as the doors hissed shut. The bus pulled away, leaving him alone at the curb, backpack weighing heavy on his shoulders. Darius walked the 2 miles back home under the rising sun. Each step felt heavier. Not because of the distance, but because of the humiliation. He replayed the moment in his mind. Why wouldn't the driver listen? Why accuse him of something he didn't do? Why threaten him? When Darius reached home, his mother's car was gone. She had early meetings. But his grandmother, Mrs. Ruth, was on the porch watering her plants. She gasped the moment she saw him. "Baby, what are you doing back home? Your bus should have taken you already." Darius swallowed. "Grandma, he wouldn't let me on." She lowered the watering can slowly. "What do you mean, wouldn't let you on?" "He said I caused trouble Friday." "But I didn't. I wasn't even on the bus." Mrs. Ruth's face changed instantly. Her voice dropped an octave. "Go inside, baby. Get you some water. Your mama's gonna hear about this." And God help whoever stood in her way. At that exact moment, Dr. Nadine Hill, Darius's mother, was stepping into a conference room at the Brookhaven County School District headquarters to the outside world. She was a polished professional, sharp mind. Calm demeanor, respected by all. To Darius, she was simply Mom. But few people knew the full story. She wasn't just a district employee, she was the school superintendent, and she did not tolerate injustice. Her assistant rushed in moments after she began reviewing attendance. "Reports, Dr. Hill, you're needed immediately." She raised an eyebrow. "Is something wrong?" "It's your son." Her heart dropped. What happened to Darius? He never arrived at school. For the first time in years. Nadine Hill's professionalism cracked. Get the security feed. Now, asterisk, back at home. Darius sat quietly on the couch, drinking water. His mother rushed into the house 20 minutes later, heels clicking across the floor. Darius. She called urgently. He stood up. Mom, what happened? She asked, kneeling in front of him. He hesitated, not wanting to sound dramatic. But the memory still stung. The bus driver. He told me I couldn't ride today. Why? She pressed. He said I caused trouble Friday. I didn't. You picked me up early, and he didn't let you explain. Darius shook his head. He yelled. Told me to get off. A storm built behind Dr. Hill's eyes, and you walked home. Yeah. She stood slowly, breathing deeply, the kind of breath people take when choosing between anger and precision. Darius. Did he touch you or threaten you? He said he'd call the school officer. That was enough. She grabbed her keys. Where are you going? Darius asked, her voice turned calm, but dangerously calm. To review the footage. Asterisk, the district transportation office was cold and quiet when she entered. The transportation director. Mr. Grady looked up nervously when he saw her expression. Dr. Hill. We were just preparing pull-up bus 47's morning. Footage. Her tone allowed no debate. They played the video. There was Darius. Stepping onto the bus, there was Kincaid stopping him there. Was Darius explaining politely? There was Kincaid. Shouting, there was Darius being forced off. Mr. Grady swallowed. Oh, dear Lord. Dr. Hill's jaw tightened. Go back, she said. They rewound, zoom in. They zoomed in, increase audio. The room filled with Kincaid's voice. You people always cause trouble. The room froze. Mr. Grady turned pale. Dr. Hill. I had no idea. She stared at the screen, eyes dark and resolute. I want Kincaid in this building. Now, ma'am. We need to follow protocol. She turned to him slowly. Mr. Grady. I am the protocol. Asterisk, Kincaid arrived 30 minutes later, annoyed and confused. This better be quick, he grumbled. I've got routes to finish. Then he saw Dr. Hill sitting at the table. His confidence cracked. Superintendent Hill, he said stiffly. I didn't expect, she cut him off. Kincaid. Why did you remove my son from your bus? He blinked rapidly. Your son. Yes, my son. Darius Hill. Her voice sharpened. The boy you publicly humiliated. He shifted uncomfortably. Well, he caused trouble Friday. No, he didn't, she said flatly. I picked him up early. He was never on your bus. Kincaid's face flushed. Well, I thought you thought wrong, she said. And your behavior on that footage is unacceptable. He swallowed. What behavior? She hit play. The footage filled the screen. Him shouting. Him accusing. Him humiliating. Him saying, you people. When it finished, the room was silent. Dr. Hill looked at him steadily. Well, Kincaid's voice cracked. I didn't mean it like that. Then how did you mean it? She asked. He scrambled. It's stressful. I make mistakes. You didn't make a mistake, she said calmly. You made a decision. Asterisk, Kincaid, she continued. You violated transportation protocol, student dignity guidelines, anti-discrimination policy, and basic human decency. He opened his mouth, but no words came out. This district will not tolerate that level of misconduct. Not toward my child. Not toward any child. What? What are you saying? He asked weakly. You are relieved of duty immediately. He staggered back. You're firing me? No, she corrected. You are under administrative investigation pending termination. HR will escort you from the premises. Mr. Grady called security. Kincaid's eyes widened. This is unfair. What was unfair, Dr. Hill said softly, was watching my son walk to Miles' home because an adult abused his authority. Security arrived. Kincaid whispered, "I didn't know he was your kid." "That's the problem," she replied. "You shouldn't have to know who a child belongs to in order to treat him with basic respect." Kincaid was escorted out. He didn't look back. That afternoon. Dr. Hill drove home. Darius sat at the kitchen table doing homework. "Mom?" he asked softly. She walked over and kissed his forehead. "It's handled," she said. Darius exhaled. "Is he?" "Gone for now," she said. "And after the investigation concludes, gone permanently." He nodded, relief softening his shoulders. "And Darius?" She added gently, "You didn't do anything wrong." He nodded again, this time believing it. His mother sat beside him. "People will always judge too quickly. But judgment doesn't define you. Your character does." Darius smiled. "Thanks, Mom." 2 weeks later. A certified letter arrived addressed to Darius Hill. Inside was a formal apology from Kincaid. The district required it, but the handwriting, shaky, uneven, showed it wasn't just required, it was humbling. Darius read the letter quietly. Then he folded it and put it away. He didn't need revenge. He needed closure, and he got it. The next morning. Darius boarded Bus 12, a new route with a friendly driver who greeted him warmly. "Good morning, young man." Darius smiled. "Good morning." He sat by the window, watching the town roll by. A fresh start, a soft ride, a small victory, but a powerful one, because justice, when delivered calmly and confidently, is the kind of justice people remember. If you believe people who abuse their authority should always face consequences, then smash that like button and subscribe to Mr. Misa Stories, where justice hits different when the truth finally comes out.